And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. You are about to witness my first ever, no lie, Solo Conquest Blitz. Because why not? It's, yeah, as I said a couple of times in the Realm of the Dead, Take 1 and Take 2. Well, if you haven't seen Take 2 yet, I'm not sure what order I'm putting these on the channel. uh, but I did say that I'm intrigued by the Solo Conquest Blitz. Seems like a good thing to try. Now, this, if you're looking at just the rulebook, there are not very clear instructions for how to do a Solo Conquest Blitz. However, as is the case with many things in board games today, BGG and the rabid fans of this game have developed some really nice, very user-friendly resources for anyone who wants to see all the scenarios and how they can scale for true solo play, including this one. So it just takes what's in the book and then takes what you see in like the expansions and just kind of makes some really nice choices that allows you to balance the benefits of Blitz. Obviously, it's shorter. It's a lot shorter. Now, the recommended scaling is that for this, you're just conquering one city when you're doing true solo, and that city should be at a level 5, or it starts at a level 5. Or you can scale it however you want. If you need it easier, do it easier by all means. I am going to do it on a level 10. That seems right for me. That'd be a really nice challenge, and I'm excited to do that. The fact that you started that +1 reputation, I mean, really, it's just going to be like playing a full conquest, but you just have to beat one city. So my goal when I play a solo conquest in a full solo conquest is that I want to try to beat that first city by the end of the second night anyway, right? So I'm just able to now simulate that and just not have to worry about a second city. So and the fact that you're starting at +1 reputation and +1 fame, really kind of should help you make this a rather doable task, right? So here we are. I'm going to get to set up. There's only going to be 5 countryside tiles, 1 core tile, and one core non-city tile, and 1 core city tile. So it is a pretty meager so we're out of pretty light terrain deck. You don't have to do a ton of exploring. You just have to get everything out and get to that city and conquer it, and then what you do between that and that city will matter, right? What your ability to pick up spells and artifacts and units to get to that point where you can conquer that city by the end of that second night is what the whole game's about. So it's cool. I like that final showdown feel of it. Already you can hear the excitement in my voice as I'm putting this together. I'm like, why have I not done this sooner? I ask myself that a lot about games. I mean, it took me how many years just to even look at the components for Tesla. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised it took me this long to start playing the Blitz scenarios too. And again, that's just the crazy thing about this game, because I used to think it had more replayability than pretty much any other game I own. Anyway, I mean, not counting Spirit Island and Arkham, of course, and especially Spirit Island after Jagged Earth came out. But that was before really starting to branch into the rest of these, scenarios. I will keep Volcaire's camp in here. A level 10 Volcaire's camp will be no joke, and will probably mean our certain and utter doom. But why the heck not? We'll see what happens. I rolled a 6. There's only 5 of these tiles here, so that will do. And then obviously the placement could matter here. So I'm going to shuffle these a few more times and then roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I rolled a 2, so that will stay on the bottom, and we'll go from there. And that's obviously at the bottom of the terrain deck. The map will obviously be the wedge we have all come to know and love, so same rules apply. Core tiles cannot go on the coast and have to be placed to 2 other tiles. Blah, blah, blah. Shuffling up my units. The rules for the Blitz scenario. You will start with 1 fame. As I said, you start with +1 reputation. There will be 4 dice in the source, not just 3. So a little bit of Volcaire in here. So it's a red, that's a gold, that's a white, and a green. And we will have 4 units, not just 3. So we have some magic familiars who I really do like. I haven't had a good opportunity to get them on the channel with me actually playing with them, but I do like them. Utum Swordsman, we got some Herbalists, and some more magic familiars. I'm going to shuffle up the advanced actions. And cool. We're going to shuffle up the spells. And we'll go from there. So I am going to be anybody but Norawas. Norawas was the one I played. Norawas was the only hero I have played as 3 times in solo scenarios. Again, I'm not going to count the 2. Well, really the 1 scenario I played with my friend Steve with Tovak and Krang when I broke that into 2 videos. So I'm not counting those. I've played every single hero twice, and I have played Norawas 3 times. And again, if I publish the Realm of the Dead scenario after I publish this, which I might, then you will see Norawas the 3rd time around. All right, shuffling up the artifacts here. Good to go. We'll put that on top, and let's see who I'm gonna be as a hero. Order, I got Tovak, Arethia, Wolfhawk, Goldix, Bravelon, Krang. I rolled a 3 Wolfhawk in the house. I'll put her right on the portal. We'll get her things. I love some Wolfhawk. She's so cool. Alright, so this is gonna go on the 1. This is gonna go on the +1 thing. And we have her skills, we have her order, her round order token. I'll shuffle these up. Again, these are the 10 cooperative. We left the competitive skill in the box. Put these in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 to the solo playthroughs. Watch Greg count to 10. It's impressive. And I just need her D-deck. All right, here's her little skill cheat sheet. Ding. No, Wolfhawk is just really good with movement. It's a really nice advantage. Obviously we're gonna need to get combat oriented really quick in this Blitz conquest, but the movement will definitely help get us into where we need to get in a timely fashion. All right, I feel like this feels cramped. I feel cramped over here. What is happening? All right, we'll make that happen. All right, cool. And one of the nice things for filming the Blitz scenarios too is that I don't have to worry about the map getting super big, so I can kind of keep everything on the board without having to dismantle things as we go. Although I do like that I've started to do that. I do think it makes things look a little bit sharper because I can keep the camera a bit lower. All right, I digress. I'm going to roll the dice again. I'm going to make Norawas number 6. I rolled a 1. We have Tovak. Tovak is going to be the dummy player, so I have his skills, his card. He's going to get 2 blue crystals and a red, which is a little bit not great because you got another blue coming out and a red coming out, and you got a red and a blue. So we definitely don't want to get into a place where he's running through his deck too fast. You definitely saw that burn me in the Realm of the Dead. These Blitz scenarios, I feel like that math starts to really, the variability there can get really wonky. And if you go through a round in like 3 or 4 turns, that's some bad news in these Blitz conquests. All right. Cool. So I think we're good to go. So the initial map tiles are here. We got countryside tile number 7 and countryside tile number 14. All right, we have an orc. It feels weird placing orcs that are like real orcs and not faction orcs. I've been playing so much Tesla lately. This is gonna be face up. What do we got? We got a war beast. We do have a monastery over there. Bing. So we get 1 of those advanced actions. I'll actually just leave this way. So my D deck's coming off the board a little bit, which is fine. So I'm going to put a number 1 on there to remind me how many of these we need to put there every round. And then in the other countryside tile, so we have a desert, a deep mine in the desert. It's a red and white deep mine. We have ourselves a keep. We have a maze. We have a village. Lots of things to like here. Let me draw my opening hand. We got determination. We have mana draw, improvisation, march, and march. Oh, and whatever. It was a space betting, just so you know. Like I'm not gonna. It's not going to affect what I'm doing here. I think so. My options are pretty good. I mean, I could go here, try to get something out of that maze, but that's 4 movement into the maze, and then kind of seize the keep. Alternatively, I come over here, I get the artifact or the spell there. Magical Glade being right there can help me heal any wounds I might get there, and then kill the War Beast. That's 3 fame. You know, they can't be fortified. So definitely some options. I mean, I could even go here, and then if it turns night, go across to that keep. I could recruit the Magic Familiars in the Magical Glade. That's not awful. I'm not sure I'll have the mana. Well, let me think about this. All right. So what do I want? Do I want Great Start, or do I want planning? I've become kind of a convert to taking planning in these blitz scenarios. I just think it makes sure that you get the most out of that first round. So I will keep that. I'm going to roll for Tovak. Tovak rolls a 1. So he is clearly first. All right. Tovak. Oh, what am I missing for him? I need Tovak's skills, and I put his person again. I use that to help with the timing mechanism. So there is his round order token. There's this. The rest of that over there. All right. So Tovak's skills will also be pretty important if we're trying to beef up our attack in only 2 days and 2 nights. So Tovak's gonna go. It's a white. It's a white. It's a white. Woo! All right. That's interesting. My turn. I am going to. Let me pick up 2 more cards. I'm going to move here. I'm not going to enter the adventure site this turn. I'm going to do it next turn. I think that makes the most sense. I mean, I don't hate my hand right now, but improvisation makes me discard a card. So I just think this makes more sense. I'm going to draw up to 5, and then planning is going to trigger. I can draw up to 6. Interesting. All right, cool. I didn't pick up either of my swift. Oh, I do have a swiftness. Is that going to matter though? Probably not. All right, we'll go from there. Tovak. It's a green. It's a red. It's a red. 1 red crystal, so 1 more comes off. So he went through 7 of his 16 cards. My turn, entering the adventure site. It's gonna have no effect on my reputation because it's happening in secretive in this dark dungeon. Remember, I cannot use that gold in the dungeon because it is night rules apply. But when I'm attacking a dungeon, you take a random monster token. Some of these could be really bad. Most are okay. And Shadow. That's fine. Shadow is going to attack me. I have not a chance of doing block 8 and then getting 4 attack. At least I don't think I do. Block. I don't have a blue. I mean, I could do block 3, 7, 8, but then it's not gonna work. So Shadow attacks. So he's elusive as arcane immunity. So he's immune to non-attack block effects by any card, and it's a cold fire attack. So that's why I would need block 8, because all my blocks against that would be inefficient because I clearly don't have a cold fire block with my starting hand. But it's elusive. Since I'm not going to block it, it's going to take 8 points of damage to defeat it, as opposed to just the 4 that's showing on the main shield. That elusive shield is now going to trigger. So we're in the range or siege attack phase. Nothing happening. It attacks me. It has 4 points of damage. My armor is 2. So 2 points of damage goes to the first wound, 2 points of damage to the second wound. And now I need 8 points of attack to defeat this man. I'm going to play Mana Draw. I can use 2 die from the source. I'm going to play Improvisation and discard Determination for attack 5. And then I'm going to power Swiftness with attack. So again, I got the red and the white because of Mana Draw. I can use 1 additional mana die from the source this turn. I use the red to power Improvisation, and I use the white to power Swiftness. That gives me attack 8. Bye-bye, you panda, dragon, dinosaur thing that we affectionately call Shadow. So I get 4 fame. That's going to get 1 to 5. And since I crossed the line, I get an additional fame. So that gets me up to 6 fame. I'm going to clean up. Nope. I'm going to play. I'll hold on to Tranquility to next turn. Because I played it this turn, I'd only be getting rid of 1, which makes no sense. I'm going to have the extra card in my hand anyway because of planning. So I'd rather make sure I heal both of them with that green. Or I could just move. I could, if I'm moving into here anyway, with move 3. At the end of the combat, I will actually do this. I will play Tranquility and go there because I'm going to end my next turn in that Magical Glade. And that makes sense. All right, so I just heal 1 with Tranquility. Now I'm cleaning up my play area. I roll. It's a gold. It's a white. And I'm going to draw up to my hand limit, which is 5. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get my reward. What's my reward? Well, when you defeat the monster in the dungeon, you have to roll a die. I rolled a white, so I rolled a basic color. I get an artifact. Had I rolled a black or a gold, I would have taken a spell. My artifact. Oh, all right, I'm not going to do the Horn of Wrath again. I will take. Horn of Wrath is probably the one I should take, but I've used that on this channel a couple of times. So we're going to take the Shield of Fallen Kings, block 6 or block 4 against 2 different attacks, or you can break it for Cold Fire, block 8, and it's a 3 Cold Fire, block 4 against different attacks. So it's a pretty strong card. You know, nice little block card. Now I will do my level up, and then I will draw my cards. What do I got? So I got Taunt, I think. Is that Taunt? No, that's not Taunt. What is that one? This is Dueling. Once per turn. During the block phase, I get block 1, attack 1 versus the same enemy in the attack phase. So that attack 1 cannot work in the range attack phase. And then it says, additionally, if you not use any unit to block, attack, or attack this enemy, or affect this enemy in any way, then I gain +1 fame for defeating it. So that is an interesting thing. The alternative is I get +1 move every turn. I'm not really worried about that much movement. There are literally only 5 things in that deck. Although that +1 move every turn, plus the -1 to explore at night, plus I get to reveal garrisons 2 away, is also fairly tempting. But I know, like, Tirelessness, I know what my movement is with this, with Wolfhawk. So I'm going to trust that that's going to come in. I'm not going to need to worry about this. So I will take the Dueling. We're going to add 1 from Tovak. It is -1 shield for each type of immunity. And then over here, Dodge and Weave or Ice Shield. Ice Shield just keeps coming up in my shuffles, man. I'll tell you what. I don't want it, though. I really don't want it. Especially since I got that really strong... I got that a really strong block out of an artifact. I'll take Dodge and Weave. Yeah, I'll take Dodge and Weave. That's fine. Regeneration. I don't love those advanced actions right now. And in some ways, getting a spell might have been better because Fireball and Mana Bolt are 2 of my faves for sure. All right, drawing up to 5 finally, and then planning triggers. I draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tovak's turn. Tovak gets a blue, gets a white, gets a blue, 2 blue crystals in his inventory. Now it is Wolfhawk's turn. Wolfhawk is going to crystallize, attack, block. Yeah, so I'm going to move with Tirelessness, move 2. Try to see if I can't. Oh, that's a block. Trying to see if I can use Crystallize here. this turn. I think it makes some sense. All right, so that's move 2. The next move card I play. Oh, so I actually need to move 3. So yeah, I'm actually gonna be. I'm not gonna have enough cards. That's fine. So move 2. Next card gives me +1. Even a card plays sideways. So technically I move 4, but I'm only using the move 3. I go to the Magical Glade. I will attack that Orc Warbeast. Yeah, so I'm just gonna block him with the Shield of Fallen Kings. I'm gonna Power Rage with an attack of 4. And that this skill gives me the attack 5 I need to beat the Warbeast. Now the Warbeast can't be fortified. They are ice immune, they are fire immune, they are brutal. So had I not blocked that 3 attack, it would be double to 6 points of damage. So again, and they can't be fortified, but I had no ranged attack anyway, so that's totally fine. So what's happening now is, again, I blocked it with the Shield of Fallen Kings. I also blocked it with my skill, because why not? And then in the melee attack phase, I'm attacking it with a 4, and the enemy I blocked with that skill, I get +1 attack. So that's attack 5. That defeats the Orc Warbeast. That gives me 3 fame, so I go from 6 to 9, +1. It also gives me +1 reputation for defeating a marauding or a rampaging enemy. Additionally, since I defeated that enemy and I didn't use a unit, I get another fame for that. All right, so another little bonus here might make a difference by helping me get 1 more level up a little bit quicker. I end my turn in the Magical Glade. I heal 1. And it's actually not healing, I get to throw away a wound from my hand or my discard pile. And then I clean up my play area. I did level up, so I get a second one of these. Obviously no place to really recruit anything just this second. And then I'm going to draw up to 5. Planning does not trigger, I only have 1 card. Stamina, Swift Reflexes, which is, again, it's a version of Swiftness for Wolfhawk. And then Promise, which, maybe I do get those magic familiars. Oh, that move 3 is sick. Move 3. If I do with a white, it's move 5. And then at the beginning of every round, I need to replace it with another. Question is, can I get myself a crystal before this round ends? And I just got rid of Crystallize, so that might be a tall order. That's the one drawback I'm looking at right now. Yeah, I don't see another way to get a crystal unless I move 5 to go in here just to get a crystal, which is kind of insane. Because if I pay a crystal now, that's fine, but at the start of each round, I'm gonna have to replace that token with another crystal, and I'm gonna replace the token on there with a crystal from my inventory, and I just might not have one unless I just, again, spend the 5 points of movement to get back in there, which I don't super hate. So that's the thing with the magic familiars; they can be a little tricky to keep around early. All right, Tovak, blue, red, green. No greens in his inventory. My turn. Let me do this movement and kind of see how this works out for me. So I'm gonna spend. There could be another mine out there too. If there's another mine, then I think I recruit the magic familiar this turn, and then I go there next turn. All right, so I'm going to spend the 2 movement to see if I get a thing with a mine on it. There is another mine. It's a blue mine. So we have another Magical Glade here. We have another Monastery, so we get a second card here. It's a Crushing Bolt. So I'll move my stuff over. We get a Marauding Orc. That's face up. It is a Ironclad. And then, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spend... Oh, I start the turn with a gold. Right, I started the turn with a gold. I really should have... But I really should have powered that, but it wouldn't have made sense anyway, so if I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to power this with a gold. So that gives me Influence 4 plus 5. I'm going to get Influence 6 by playing Dodge and Weave. I'll play Dodge and Weave sideways. I'll play Rage Sideways, and then I'm going to recruit the Magic Familiars. I have to spend a mana to get them. And those Magic Familiars have that exclamation point. That means that you can only get them by interaction. And so you can't get them by, like, they can't be the unit you get if you, like, liberate a unit out of a ruin, or if you have, like, Call to Glory, right? You have to actually spend the influence. So I spent 5 influence. That gives me 6. I spent the white mana from the source, and I'll put that here. And now that means that the move or influence option is now +2, which will give me the +5. The influence 5 I need to get there to give me a blue, which will give me an extra block for next turn, which isn't exactly what I want, but at least I'll be able to keep these suckers around for the rest of the game, hopefully. All right, so that is the interaction. Recruiting the Magic Familiars was my action for the turn. I'm going to clean up my play area. I'm going to draw it to my hand limit to 5 +1 because of planning, but obviously I have no more cots. Can I kill them? Probably not. Yeah, it's probably not happening. All right, fine. Tovak. Boom. He's declaring end of round next turn. I can put planning away. Who needs it? My turn. I'm going to exhaust the Magic Familiars to get move 5. Ends me in the blue mine. I'm going to spend... trying to look at these ironclads. It needs 6 attack because they're physically resistant. So if you look at the ironclads, they're attacking with a 4, and then they have physical resistance, and it's brutal. So if I don't block the 4, they're attacking me with an 8, which is gross. What I could do is if I reduce their attack, I get attack 2. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I will attack them. So I haven't used a die from the source because I recruited them, right? So when recruiting, play a mana and place a mana token, right? So I recruited them with the white. I still re-roll this. That was a mistake. So that should have been in the source. Fine. And now I move the 5 by using the Magic Familiars. I get to that blue mine. I actually reveal the keep as well. Thugs. And then I'm going to spend the gold mana and the source to power Dodge and Weave. I reduce the attack of the Ironclads by 4. That is now fully blocked, so Brutal doesn't trigger. And then I am going to now need 6 points of attack. Now, Dodge and Weave, because I did not add any wounds to my hand in a previous phase of combat, basically that gives me attack 2. I can play Swift Reflexes for attack 3. I can use Threaten Sideways for attack 4, Concentration Sideways for attack 5. Actually, I can use Concentration. To simplify this a little bit, I'm going to use Concentration, going to be a white token, and then I'll actually have Dueling thrown in the mix. So I clearly block the Ironclads, and then Concentration going to be a white token. That's attack 2, attack 3, 4, 5. And then Dueling gives me attack 6. So that's going to give me 4 fame. So I go from 11 to 15. Because I went up a fame, I go to 16. And because of Dueling, I go up to 17. Right? So Ironclads are super dead. Oh, I get a reputation as well. I ended my turn in a blue mine, so I get a blue crystal. I'm going to roll this. It is black. This goes here. I now need to do my level up, so I'm going to look at my next 2 skills. Yikes. So it doesn't work against Arcane Immunity. The skill is called Know Your Prey. So once a round during combat, I can flip that to ignore 1 offensive or defensive ability or remove 1 element of attack. Yeah, it's an interesting card. The other one is I get a blue crystal and 1 point of healing, which I really don't love. The other thing I'm tempted to do is just take Tovax and take Into the Heat, because I don't really want regeneration, and I really don't love Ice Shield, although it can come in handy. I'm gonna take Tovax, but then if I'm doing that, I better be on attack or block late. That's fine. I'm gonna take Tovax skill. These go away. I mean, Know Your Prey is not awful. I really just don't want another block. So I'm going to be taking Into the Heat for sure. This could really help against elemental resistances. This could also just eliminate a resistance altogether, right? Eliminates one color of attack. Whatever. Well, let's be thematic here. I'll stick with Wolfhawk. I'll stick with Wolfhawks. I'll take Into the Heat anyway. And Tovak's new skill is the movement skill, which is like +1 move during it's called double time, +1 move during the day, +1 at night. Alright. So I did my level up. I draw up to my hand of 5. I already took that blue for ending on a blue mine, which is cool. Tovak declares end of round. On my turn, I'm going to use those 2 cards sideways. So I'm going to explore. I put another thing on the board. We get a village. We get another keep. If we were tempted to do a keep strategy, probably not enough time to try to make that work. And I ended my turn on the blue mine for a second turn in a row, so I will get another blue crystal. Cool. End of round has been declared. I am good with that. I will shuffle up my deed deck. Now, at the start of the next round, I will do this now. I need to get rid of this white on the Magic Familiars, but they were like, hey, you paid me during the day. You gotta feed me more, Seymour. All right, so I'm gonna pay it with the blue, so now I can get up to a block 7, which is pretty strong. Pretty strong with the Familiars. All right, so that could change. I mean, ideally by the last round, I'm gonna want to get it up to like the red, because that would give me an attack 5, which is fairly strong. Now you can use any other ability on the Magic Familiars, so I don't have to use the one that corresponds with the color, but that effect is so enhanced that you're kind of like almost encouraged to. Oh wait, I never added another card. So power crystals. All right, so Tovak now has 17 cards. So I'll shuffle these again. We're going to have to get rid of these 2. We get 2 more advanced actions in the skill offer, or the unit offer. We get temporal power and diplomacy, and the new one in the advanced action offer is residual attack. Really don't like these cards. So that's 2. We're going to get rid of the units. We get 4 new units. Scouts, peasants, northern monks, I don't hate, and illusionists. All right, mana bolt is going away. We get another blue, and yeah, really, if a mage tower would have been nice to try. Oh, snowstorm. Here we go. I'm sure this is wrong, but I do feel like snowstorm's a little bit better than fireball, because I feel like I run into a lot more enemies with fire resistance than the other way around. So, but that probably is just just a weird run I'm on. All right, rolling 4 dice. We have a gold, a blue, a red, and a white. Red, white, and blue plus gold. All right, drawing up to 5. We get Shield of the Fallen Kings, dodge and weave, swift reflexes, rage, and stamina. Stamina. I got no influence. I mean, I'm looking at those northern monks, and I definitely like them. I don't like any of those cards enough to want to get those. I mean, I can definitely burn down the monastery. Wouldn't be the worst idea. It is me, after all. It's what I do. I think this is a total waste of a turn. Alright, so we have to pick preparation. Ooh. I know what I want. If I'm gonna... we have to take our tactic. I think I take preparation. And that would allow me... because I'm at +2 reputation, I can get those monks. And I think that makes some sense. They're just a nice attacky unit. Again, we have to take on a level 10 city in the second night. So Yeah, so I'm going to preparation. I'm going to get improvisation out of my deck. Thank you very much. We're going to roll for Tovak. Don't roll a 6. He rolls a 1. So 1 and 5 are out. And this is my hand. Tovak is first. It is a white, a red, and a white. So we didn't pull up any blues yet. Obviously, already got 3 blue in there. My turn. I'm going to spend. So I want to do this on 1 turn or 2. 2. So I'm going to spend, or 1. I'm going to power stamina with the blue crystal I had. I'm going to go there. And now I'm going to power improvisation with the red from the source. I'm going to discard I have this block 7 for the Magic Familiars, so I'm not sure how strong Shield of the Fallen Kings is going to be for me. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so I'm going to discard Shield of the Fallen Kings. That's definitely more for like a siege with multiple enemies. It comes in really huge there. So that's going to be Influence 5. I have the +2 from the Reputation track. That is Influence 7. I've just become the proud owners of some Northern Monks. Alright, I'm going to clean up my play area. That was my action for the turn, so I'm done. I rolled green. I'm going to draw up to my hand size, which is 5, so I draw 2 more cards. We have a March, and we have a Tranquility. Okay, that will do. I'm going to do Tovak's turn. It's red. He gets a white and a blue, 3 more, so he went through 9 of his cards. So he's got 8 left, and a ton of blues in there. Yeah, that's not good. I think he's got 3 of those 8 cards are blue. My turn. I'm going to drop March for a move 2. Let's see what we get. Oh, Mage Tower. Yes, please. Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. Alright, that's fine. So we're going to get it's night, so these are all face down. So the Keep Garrison goes down there. The Mage Tower Garrison goes here. And, sorry. It was a sorcerer, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm sieging it next turn. I was sieging it next turn anyway. I am going to burn down the monastery. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, it is me after all. You knew this was happening. So I pulled a... Ooh. That's fine. Ice Golem. They are attacking me with a Ice Attack 2. The problem is they're physically resistant, so I will need to get to 8 attack to defeat them. But I can take away one of their defensive abilities, and they are not arcane immune. And remember, the Magic Familiars and the Northern Monks want no part of this because I'm burning down a monastery, and they're better people than me. So I'm going to need to reduce that attack. I can play Dodge and Weave, so that attack is reduced by 2. Now, I understand that block's not efficient, but Dodge and Weave, it doesn't matter. There is no efficiency determination with blocking. I am literally reducing that attack of a 2 down to a 0, so the paralyze is totally avoided. I gain attack 1 in the attack phase. I'm going to use this skill to take away the physical resistance, and now I have attack 2. So the physical, I just need 2 more attack. I can just play the rage, and that is all I need because it's going to be Dodge and Weave. Since I didn't take a wound, I get 1 attack. Dueling gives me a 2nd attack. Rage gives me my 3rd attack and my 4th attack. So Ice Golems are dead. That gives me 5 fame. That gets me to 23. Since I didn't take a wound, since I didn't take a wound, since I didn't use a unit, I get to 22. Sorry, so 17 plus 5. That math was awful. 17 plus 5 gives me 22, and then since I didn't take a wound, since I didn't use a unit, I get to 23, and that's cool. That goes away. I'm going to clean up my play area. I'm going to get my reward, which is an artifact. Take 2. So the tome of all spells, discard a card of any color, use the basic effect of a spell the same color from the spell offer that hasn't paid its mana cost. That I don't hate. Yes. Circulate of proficiency is a little weird. I'm going to use tome of all spells. Definitely not something I normally go for, but with that spell offer, I really like that. The potential there. And now I draw up to... I am in danger of losing my magic familiars because I do not have a crystal. So I'm definitely going to want to use crystallize quick. Now I'm going to draw up to my hand. Oh, I'm 1 away from getting up to 24, which would be hand size of 6, but that's fine. So I draw up to 5 cards. All right, so it's going to be Tovak's third turn. I'm wondering if it makes sense to even siege that Mage Tower. Probably not. We'll see. All right, so Tovak's third turn. Green, red, blue. 1, 2, 3. So you got 2 cards left. My turn. Yeah, I really need to start moving here. Oh, my units. The units wouldn't even follow me into... They won't even follow me into the dungeon. Because they don't fit. Apparently. Oh, stupid units. Alright. Well, it kind of makes a little bit more argument to siege that thing. Block 7. I don't have a ton of attack, which is a problem. I could get attack 3. I can get attack 6. I have to discard the blue. So that's the problem. So if I discarded the blue, I can get an ice attack 5. If I discarded the white, they can lose all fortification resistance. I'm not going to need the block. So I guess I could discard the blue. So if I use this to move in 4, discard the blue, I have that available. Of all this. That's fine. So I'm going to move 4 with March and Swift Reflexes. Actually, even better. I'm going to power March 4. Because I don't need any of those dies. Yeah, I really don't. I'm going to move in here. So I'm sieging a fortified site. It's a sorcerer's. We knew that. So I'm going to, they're attacking me with a 6 with assassin and poison. I'm going to block them with the magic familiars because that's a block of 7 thanks to having that blue powered. So now it's arcane immune, so that's fine. There are no attack, no non-attack or non-block effects that I'm trying to use against it. And now I need an attack 6. I'm going to discard. I'm going to keep tirelessness for that movement bonus. Oh, and then I blocked it with this too. And those are attack and block effects, so that works. But I did use a unit, so I won't get the +1 fame that comes from dueling. Yeah, that's fine. So now I just need 1 more. So that's attack 1, that's attack 4, and I can do... Yeah, it makes sense. I'm going to use Tome of All Spells and discard Swift Reflexes to get the weaker effect of Expose, which gives me attack 2. So that's attack 2, and obviously it's arcane immune, so it wouldn't lose fortifications or resistances, but I don't need that. I just need the attack 2. I have the attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the dueling. That's enough to defeat the sorcerers. That gives me 5 fame, so I get a 28 +1 because I went across a line and not the +1 because of dueling, because I did use both of my units. All right, I'm going to level up, so I get another thing here. But before I level up, I should have taken my reward. Let me get rid of all these cards. I rolled a black. This goes here. My reward is a spell. I will take the fireball. I already have ice attack here. And I will put a thing here. Cool, and I still have tirelessness, which is nice. So drawing there, 4, 5, and 6. Of course, there is not a red in the source, but I still think it makes more sense like a fireball. I did not pull crystallize, which I'm going to need to do soon. Otherwise, I'm going to lose the magic familiars. Tovak, 1, 2. He's declaring end of round next turn. My turn, I'm going to power tirelessness with the blue. Well, first I'm going to play Tranquility to draw another card. Okay. So tirelessness with the blue. Each other card providing move this turn gives 1 extra move. I'm going to use... Yeah, I'm not recruiting anything there. I'm going to use Promise Sideways. It has move 4, move 5, 6, move 7, 8, 9. It's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that's a Wastelands. 7, 8, I'm going to explore. It's not the city that we're looking for. It has a keep garrison. Over here we have a labyrinth, and we have 2 marauding orcs. First over here is a wolf rider, and then here is a cursed hag. All right, that's fine. No, it's fine. I'm trying to think if I want to enter that dungeon. It probably makes very little sense to right now. I don't have a lot of crystals. I want to make sure I keep the magic familiars, but what I am going to do is take advantage of this tirelessness. So again, this was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, these 2 cards have +1. I'm going to do 10, 11. Well, I have no red crystals, so I might as well do... I don't have any blue crystals either, so 10, 11. So I'm going to put the last thing out. I have 1 unit left. Oof. Interesting. So it's a white city. Wow. Well, the problem is how am I getting there? Now, there are rules. Like if I went over here, yeah, I'm going to need to use Wings of Wind, which the good thing is I took the artifact I had that will get me over this lake. So I'm going to be stuck here for a minute until I get that back. I could go around here. There's rules, I forget what they are, but it's like if it's adjacent to 3, I can kind of try to fill in the map this way with extra tiles from the box, I think. But yeah, that's a problem. Here's a lake. Cool. I mean, not very cool. But at least I kind of know what I'm dealing with, right? So let me clean up my play area. How many cards do I have here? Just 5. If I roll a red, I'm going to want Fireball. So I'll drop this 2 to make sure I draw Crystallize. So I rolled that. It's a green. Oh, I got to put the rest of this garbage on the board. I get this. So it's the White City. There's Crystallize. Cool. So it's the White City. We're going to put that on the board here. We need another keep garrison. And then we're going to need... Oh, that's going off the screen? Why didn't somebody tell me? All right, I'll move this down. And you know what? I'll get rid of these tokens here. So White City, it's a level 10. I will get the White City out. Here we go. I'll get this off the board. The garrison for a level 10 White City is going to be 2 key. Now I know what types they are. I won't actually reveal their true natures until we're adjacent to it. So there's going to be 2 of those. We're going to have 3 of these. And we're going to have 1 day and 1 night. I mean, the lack of, I mean, the less tiles in the terrain deck. I mean, this is an eminently doable challenge. The problem I have right now is just hoping my deck is situated that I can get across that lake in a pretty timely manner, right? So here's the garrison for a level 10 White City. I'll put that over there. Cool. Everything has +1 armor, blah, 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 blah. Tovak declares end of round. Oh, I gotta pull a dragon. These people, thank God the dragons don't have pursuit in this game. In this game, it is that guy. It's a storm dragon, I think it is. It's bananas. It's so it's got a 4 ice attack, but it's got swiftness. So if I need 16 physical block to block that, yeah, good luck. The real thing is if you can kill it. The problem, it has elusive, so if you don't block it, it's going to be 14 attack to defeat it, and that's just a pretty tall order. Trying to think if I can even think about getting up to 14. Yeah, it's just not going to be doable. Into the Heat's not helping me right here. Not the greatest. So what I'm going to do is, the Magic Familiars won't help me in the thing anyway. I'm going to play Concentration for a... I'm going to Concentration to get a red mana token. And then I'm going to... I can like crystallize 1 anyway. It's not going to matter. I'm going to use that red mana token to power crystallize, which gives me a red crystal. And that's really all that it makes sense for me to do this turn. To enter that dungeon is would be kind of dumb. I did have tokens, and I remember I'm just clearing up the board, getting ready for that ultimate showdown in future rounds. All right, Sophia's already declared at the round. We are good. At the beginning of the next round, I'm going to replace this blue with the red and keep my Magic Familiars around. And we're going to add a green to Tovak's deck. We're going to add a white to Tovak's inventory. Alright, so that goes away. There's only 1 monastery left on the board, so I'm going to take both of these away. We're going to replenish the advanced action and the skill offer with pure magic. We're moving these down. We get ourselves in need. Moving these down, and the new spell and the spell offer is Demolish. Okay, we're going to get rid of all of these units. Since we do have a core tile on the board, we're going to get an elite unit, which is the Defana Masters, can only be recruited by interaction in a city. The peasants, the fire columns. Ooh, they're tempting to go back to that Maze Tower 4, but they probably won't. And some foresters. We need to get ready for the second day. I'm going to be keeping, I assure you, so we got a black, a gold, a blue, and a green. It is 50% basic, so that's fine. I'm going to be keeping Great Start. We're rolling for Tovak. I know I haven't done the rest of my shuffling and stuff, but that's fine. He rolled a 1. There is no more 1. He rolled a 5. There is no more 5. He rolls 2, so he will be first again. And I'm going to shuffle up my D deck here, and we will be ready to rock and roll. All right. So, with Wings of Wind out there and the artifact we have, as long as we get that artifact and a white card in our hand, we're in a pretty decent spot to be able to get the position we need to get. The question is, do we bother defeating the monster in the dungeon? Whatever. So we got March, Into the Heat, Crystallize, Swiftness, Rage, and then I took Great Start. Oh, it's 6 because I did level up. 1, 2, 3, 6, and then we get 2 more because of Great Start. So that's the other artifact I have. There's no way I'm getting 16 block. Ooh, I can reduce his attack. I can reduce his attack, which would be a successful block. Oh, Dodge and Weave is so sick sometimes. Yeah, it's a really nice card. I always forget how strong that card can be in certain situations. Tovak is first, so we'll peel him off. White, green, red. 1 red crystal. Cool. Good job, Tovak. My turn. I will... Yeah, why not? I will attack the dragon. So I'm going to play Dodge and Weave power with the yellow from the source. The gold from the source. So his attack is reduced by 4. Gain attack. And again, I don't have to block it at all. Like reducing it from a 4 to a 0 does mean it's an effective block. So I don't have to actually use block to get it to count as a block. Lust Legion was very clear that if you reduce an attack 2-0, it does count as a block, so the elusive won't trigger. So now it's only going to be 7 attack. I'm going to get 2 as a result of dodge and weave because I didn't take any wounds. I'm going to get a 1 because I'll put dueling in there. Might as well use them. The familiars and the northern monks won't help me in the dungeon anyway. So that's 3, and then I'll use it for magic familiars, and they're 5 because I have them charged up with a red this turn. So that's going to be this round. So that's going to be 8. That is enough to defeat the Storm Dragon. Yeah, why not? I'm going to drop into the heat at the end of this turn because it's useless at this point. The rest of it will be, well, I guess there's no, I'm not drawing new cards anyway, so I guess I'll hold on to it. So that is enough to be the 4 Storm, so it's 2 plus the 1 plus the 5. Storm Dragon was dead. I'm going to get 7 fame. It gets me from 29 to 36. Plus 1 because I jumped. I do not get the plus 1 for dueling because I did use a unit. I do get 2 reputation though for defeating a marauding Draconum. So we're going to clean up my play area, and then we get our level up. Obviously no reward, we just defeated a rampaging enemy. But the level up, I'm going to look at 2 more skills. Motivation, you know I'm taking that. And Tovak's skill is plus on defense, and I will grab the power of crystals as my new advanced action. Cool. Tovak, he's getting a blue, a red, and a blue. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Yikes. All right, my turn. I'm going to enter the dungeon. We're going to grab... So the northern monks are scared. They're not going to come with me. But we'll enter the dungeon. We get a crypt worm. The crypt worm is attacking with a 6. I'm going to use a shield of fallen kings to block that 6. Now I need 6 attack. Rage is 2. Into the heat sideways is 1. Here's another block. So that's another one. So that's 4. And I do want to kind of burn through some cards here. I'll do fireball. I mean, realistically, I'm not attacking this city this turn anyway. I'm just trying to make sure I get over there, and the only way I can do that is the artifact and Wings of Wind. So I do need to make sure that I don't get rid of all my white cards either, which would be a problem. So this is 1, 2 because of rage, 3 because of dueling, 4, 5, 6 with March, and then I'm going to, so that defeats the crit worm, so that's 5 fame, 37 up to 42. I didn't use a unit, so that's 43. I'm going to clean up my play area. My reward is either going to be an artifact or a spell. I'm going to roll an extra mana die. I rolled a gold, so I do get a spell. Oh, and before that, I'm going to use Crystallize. I'm going to power it with the blue to get another red in my inventory, because obviously I'm going to need crystals at the beginning of the next round to keep the magic familiars around. Again, I rolled a gold already. I took that off the board. I'm going to take... had I known I was going to roll... If I know what this is, I mean, it would make some sense to get the Wings of Wind, but obviously that's a little cheaty. I'll take Snowstorm for a couple of reasons. One, it makes sure that Tovak doesn't get that extra blue on his thing, because that would be really bad. And I'm not gonna really want Wings of Wind after this turn. I mean, the preventing stuff from attacking by spending points on movement can be really strong, but I mean, ultimately, I'm looking just to wall up these things instead of getting all cute with stuff. All right, so that was the end of that turn. I got my reward. Now I need to draw up to my hand limit, which is 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tovak goes. It's a white. It's a white. It's a green. No green in his inventory. My turn. I'm going to use my motivation skill. Since I have the lowest fame, I'm going to get another reputation. Again, you always hit the lowest in a solo game. None of these are that good for me. I just need that artifact as a tomable spells. So I'm going to play power crystals. I get a crystal from my inventory, a color that I don't already have. So I'm going to take a blue. And I'm effectively going to drop 4 cards because I'm just trying to make sure I get over there before the end of this round. Alright, so I draw up to 6, 1, 2, there's a Tome of All Spells, 3. That will do. Tovak's turn. It's red, it's green, it's white, 1 more card. My turn. I'm going to play the Tome of All Spells. I'm going to discard a white card to use the effect of the basic effect of a spell of the same color without paying its mana cost. What's the basic effect? I can spend between 1 and 5 movement and move 1 revealed space on the map for each. You must end my turn on the safe space. So these are all safe spaces. I'm curious what's in that keep. It might not be the worst idea to siege that this turn if the cards work out. So I just need to spend 3 points of movement to get there. I'm going to pay Tirelessness, and I'm going to use Stamina. That's 5 points of movement total, so that will get me there. I'll end my turn there. And it is a monster den, so in a monster den you can choose to defeat, it's an adventure site. I can choose to defeat a Draconum, and if I do, not even a Draconum, I can choose to defeat 2 monster enemies. If I do, I get an artifact and 3 random crystals. That might be even better than a keep. But since I'm adjacent to this reveals. So, Utum Crossbowman. And since I'm adjacent to the city, I get to see what the garrison is. We have ourselves some Amhotep freezers. We got ourselves some catapults. We have ourselves some Altum mages, some heroes, and some more heroes. It's a pretty fierce array of units. Yikes. Okay. That's fine. Oh, I think I never readied that from last round. Yeah, that could have been helpful against the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have this available to me still this round, because I used it last round to defeat something. I don't know. I definitely didn't use it to defeat either of these two. But that could be pretty helpful just to cancel out some things. So, great. We'll hold on to that. Cool. That is my turn. I'm going to draw up to 6, see if I don't get any attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, all my attack is out. Okay, Tovak. Boom. He's going to declare end of round next turn. My turn. 4 movement into there. Sure. Why the heck not? I'm going to play March to get into the keep. I'm to siege it. Since I'm sieging a fortified site, I lose a reputation. Dude's going to give me 2 wounds. Not even going to bother blocking it because I have Tranquility in my hand. And now I need attack. So I did try to block it, right? But even though I failed, that's totally fine. So I get block 1. It wasn't blocked. I still take the wounds. But I do get that attack 1. And I'm going to use the Northern Monks for attack 3. What is this? Oh, I still had more cards. All right, look at me. So that's attack 3. Any chance? Ooh, I might be able to recruit the golems. Oh, that's so bananas. Yeah. Okay, cool. That worked out better than I even thought. So he's done because it was attack 3 plus the attack 1 from dueling. I used a unit. I don't get the extra fame. I get 3 fame because of defeating him, though. My only reward, I don't level up, but my reward is an extra card draw. Alright, I'm going to roll this. It's black. I really could use a white. Tovak goes, he declares end of round. My turn. I'm going to play this green to power concentration, which is going to give me the stronger effect of another card +2. So that's influence 6. And then I'm going to use threaten for 7, 8, but even just the base effect. And that's going to give me these fire golems, which would come in huge. And then I'm going to do a healing effect. If I had a white, I was wondering if there's any way I could use the green to heal 2. I can. So I'm going to use mana draw, allows me to play 2 die from the source. I'm going to use the green for heal 2 or tranquility, the red for threaten. That's influence 5, influence 6, 7, influence 8 by playing concentration sideways. Or I could even just get a white token from concentration and just power promise. Let's make it neater that way. So that's influence 9. End of my turn, -1 reputation. But I already got the golems and I allowed me to heal 2. Cool. Alright, so both of these re-rolled, but Tovak already declared end of round. So this is simply academic. That goes there. I'm going to refresh my units. Now I need to decide. The magic familiars, I mean, there's... Oof. Wow. I mean, the ultimate mages are going to need block 8. The freaking... There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. It's a pretty fierce garrison, for sure. This is gonna be readied. You know, with Into the Heat in play, I think I'll replace the red with the red, and hopefully find a way to get some crystals. All right. So remember, every single enemy in this garrison is going to have their armor increased by 1. So I'll try to keep this on the same. I'll just do that there because whatever. So we're shuffling up Wolfhawk. Yeah, I think I have the cards to do it. It's just a matter of can I get the right combo and how cooperative is the source going to be. And if I had the 1 extra armor, that'd actually be helpful for sure, just limiting wounds, but it is what it is. So we have to replace the unit offer. It's the fire mages. We get some fire golems. We get some the other Defana masters, and we get some more guardian golems. Just double them up. Double your pleasure, double your fun. That goes there. We have 1 monastery left on the board, so learning. The advanced action offer is replaced with Ice Bolt. Wings of Wind goes away. We get another white to Tovak's inventory. And then we get... Ooh, meditation is actually... I didn't even see that come out. That actually could be a pretty interesting thing for the Tome of All Spells. And breaking the Tome of All Spells to get the stronger effect would be really interesting. Alright, so we have to roll the dice. 2 reds, a white, and a green. Like seeing the reds, that's for sure. And that goes there. I am going to take Sparing Power. It's an argument for mana search, but I just like Sparing Power. So there's no need to roll for Tovak. He's clearly going first. We do need to shuffle up his deck. And this is it. I mean, it's cool. I mean, there is something about the Blitz that you're creating that tension for that one showdown. Like, there's something assumptive about, full conquest. You're like, all right, I'm going to conquer that first city at least. This one is like, there's a little bit more like, man, you can play a whole game and not even conquer one city. You're a loser. But let's hope we avoid that fate. All right, I'm gonna move these off the board and whatever. All right, said I write a lot today. I know. I'm sorry. Pulling up to 6. Oh, 7 because of my keep. Oh, that's such a nice. Yeah, that was really nice. All right, swiftness, power crystals, rage, shield of fallen kings, march, determination, threaten. Tovak's turn. So he only has 19 cards, remember? So like, it gets crazy. So blue, red, don't be blue. Green, thank you. I am going to That cold fire block is nice. Cold fire block 4 gets 3 different attacks. That almost takes care of that. It does take care of that. I mean, that's just a really nice. It's a really nice card. It's not a card I go to a lot, but that's a very, very nice card in this situation. Oh, sparing power triggers. I'm going to play Power of Crystals to get a red. There's no black in the inventory. And I have no source of unlimited black, which is definitely something I'm always concerned about. I'm going to drop Threaten, and I'm going to drop March. And we're picking up to 7 again, so I'm drawing up 3 more cards. We got Into the Heat. Oh, it's so nice. That's a nice card. I'm not going to lie. Into the Heat, we get Tranquility, and we get Snowstorm. I don't have a black. But that's the makings of a really good hand. I do have the sparing power. The question is whether I'm going to be able to beat all this in one turn. That's a lot. That's a pretty big garrison to try to do in one turn. That's for sure. Tovak. It's green. It's red. It's white. 2 more. 1 and 2. So that's 8 cards. 11 cards left. Mana Search would be nice. If I get Mana Search and Fireball, yeah, I'm definitely worried about. Who's got Arcane Immunity? Oh, none of them have Arcane Immunity. Interesting. So that could actually come in handy. Know your enemy. Take a card, take 2 more cards. And if I play Blizzard and Firestorm in the same turn, that's like siege attack 16, which is just insane. Obviously, the +1 makes the math a little funny because Alta Mages are now 9. They're double fortified, so siege attack won't work against them. Oh, if I had the Tome of Spells, I could ignore Scythe Fortifications. Oh, that'd be really bananas. Yeah, an unlimited source of black would almost be like a cheat code with what I have right now. I only have 1 movement card. I'm going to rest again, which is going to allow me to do sparing power 1 more turn. I'm going to get rid of this swiftness. I'm going to draw up a card. And then I think I just go for it next turn. Tovak goes 2, 1, 2, 3. It's all blue. 1, 2, 3. So that's not great. So he's only got 5 cards left. My turn. Sparing power is out. I'm taking these 2. Crystallize. I'm going to do this, which does level me up, which is funny. Those cards were really not helpful. I'm going to play Tranquility. Tirelessness. Wow, I just picked up like 7 movement cards. Alright. The question is, I do Concentration. No, I'm going to use Concentration to just get a mana that I want. Crystallize is pretty useless. Alright, so I'm going to play Into the Heat, power it with a red from the source. That's going to be my source use this turn. So play this card at the start of combat. All your units get their attack and block values increased by 3. You cannot assign damage to units this turn, which should be fine. Should be. So let's take these one at a time and see what's going on, and if I can make sure I don't get knocked out. I am going to break the Shield of Fallen Kings. That's a Cold Fire block 4. The Cold Fire block 4 is efficient against the Ultimate Mages, so Ultimate Mages are blocked. The Cold Fire block 4 against the Ahmotep Freezers, it's actually going to need to be a Cold Fire block 6 because they are coming in with swiftness. So I just need either another Fire block 2 or I need a physical block 4 to fully take care of them. But the Cold Fire block 4 will take both of those attacks off. All right. I can actually, even better, I can make him lose swiftness because of know your enemy. So he's blocked. And then I just need the co-fire block 4 can block that one. I'm going to spend tirelessness. The next card I play for movement gives me +1. So I'm going to play, I'm definitely not getting the crystallized. So that's block, that's 4, 6, 8. That's 8 points of movement. Cumbersome. He's totally blocked. So I didn't block the second block of the hero. So that's 1 wound. I didn't block this hero. That's 1 wound. And I still have this block. I'm just going to take 2 more wounds. So the heroes, this hero gave me 3 wounds. This hero gave me 1. Everyone else is blocked. This is broken. This was blocked because it was reduced. The attack was reduced to 0 with 8 points of movement. And now we have to figure out how I can do some attack here. So, physically resistant. I'm trying to do this math. So if I spend, I'm going to want to get a blue mana with concentration. And I'm going to spend, who would I have tried to block? I mean, I could basically add this to whoever the heck I want, right? So this is going to, but that's a physical attack and he's physically resistant. So that would be a mistake to use against the Ultimages. So how am I going to get to 9 non-physical attack against the Ultimages? I can get 7. Remember, Into the Heat gives me +3. I did not assign any wounds to my units, so we're good. This is 12. This is 19. So if I use the range fire attack 4. The Into the Heat, it means when I can't assign, it means I can't even use the fire golem's immunity too, which is a little bit counterintuitive, but you just can't. Right? You can't assign damage. Yeah, because assigning the damage to units, if they are immune, if they're resistant, like they're not. Sorry, units aren't immune. They're resistant. If they're resistant, that's still assigned damage, even though if they absorb it and don't take a wound. All right. If it said you can't put a wound on a unit, then it would be a little bit broader. But ultimately, I can't assign any damage. I have to take it all. This gives me non-physical attack 14, 19. They are ice resistant. This is 8. All right, Magic Familiars has an attack of 5 plus the 3 because of Into the Heat. So that's an attack of 8. That takes care of the Amhotep Freezers. I'm sieging a fortified site, so I'm gonna lose a reputation, so I don't lose track of that in all of this. My non-physical attack of 14, 19. They have an combined armor of 19. It's a little wasteful of 2 points of damage, but it's a non-physical attack. So I just think that makes the most sense to group them and just take care of both of them. And then I'm going to, this is 4 points of attack. I'm going to use dueling against this one. I did not block her with any of my units, so I would get the plus fame, and I'm just going to defeat those heroes. Because I defeated the heroes, I lose reputation 1 more time. So in my hand left is determination and 4 wounds, and everyone's defeated except for this 1 heroes, and then I would go back to my keep, which is a safe space for me. All right, so we'll review this a little bit. I was able to block all but 3 of the attacks, the two from this hero and the physical attack from that hero. I was able to block them. I broke I took advantage of Cumbersome to get rid of that attack, and then I used the Shield of the Fallen King to block this guy and this guy, and I used my skill to make him lose, to make the freezers lose swiftness. So these were 3 attacks were blocked by the Shield of Fallen Kings. This was blocked because I took advantage of Cumbersome, and then in the melee phase, I just put it all together. Again, I had 19 points of non-physical attack, which was allowed to, I could group these guys together. They both became physical as I grouped them, but I was able to defeat both of them. And then I was able to defeat the Augmented Freezers with the Magic Familiars with an attack of 8. And then I was able to use my 2 Rages and my dueling skill to take care of the first heroes. All right. Now, I mean, Into the Heat, again, you see the power of that skill. It's really... that action it's a pretty nice action that I've come to appreciate more and more. So dueling is going to come back here. I'm going to get the +1 fame because remember I got the 1 fame because I used my motivation skill. I got another fame because I did not use a unit when I defeated these heroes. I'm going to add up the fame from everything. We have 7, 14, 22 plus 5, so 27. So 49 plus 27 gets us to 76. I've leveled up twice now, so we're gonna get this here. Sorry, all this. I'm gonna clean up my play area. These are all gunners. I'm gonna re-roll that die. It's white, and ultimately I just need 5 attack to defeat. Right. This was all the movement I used to block the catapult with Cumbersome, and the level up. The 1 level up was another unit, so I have determination, and this was another token, and the other level up. I'm going to look at my next 2 skills. Neither are especially great. I'll take the Tovax. No, they're all whatever. I'll take 1 point of healing and a white crystal, which is Wolfhawk's Refreshing Breeze skill, and I'll take that. Though I don't have a blue crystal, so maybe that's dumb. Whatever. Explosive Bolt gets added. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 7 because I'm back on my keep. So that's 6. That's 7. Tovak's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's green. No green crystals. My turn. I'm going to rest. I want to keep mana draw. I'm going to get a white crystal and 1 point of healing. So you can do special effects. That is counted as a special effect. You can do them even on turns where you rest. You can do special or healing effects when you rest. And then I'm going to discard. I don't have I can get a blue. I still think it makes sense to discard Ice Bolt. It's not as useful as the other cards I'm going to have. So I'm going to get rid of 1 non-wound card on any number of wounds, and then I draw up to 7. Oh, Dodge and Weave, Tome of Loss. Oh, this is bananas. Yeah, this is a really strong hand. Cool, Tovak. Kovac's going to declare end of round next turn. My turn. What we got. All right, I realized I never actually moved 2 to go in, so what I'm going to do is... I spent the 2 rages. I'd have the same number of cards. I spent these 2 rages to defeat those heroes. I'm just going to use those. I'll just use those sideways for healing or for movement. So I already took 1 away because the dueling was undone, and then I'll take another 5 points of fame away. So I'm at 71 instead of 77. All right, and now both heroes are still alive, which is fine, which is totally fine. So he's declaring end of round next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're good. It might not have been how I would have worked it out, but like, there's no other way, really easy way to recreate it, and like, it just doesn't really matter. So now we're coming in, going to, because again, spend the 2 points of movement to enter a fortified site. It's important to remember to do that. Tome of All Spells. Tome of All Spells is actually proving a little bit useless. Yeah, so I'm going to use the Tome of All Spells and Promise sideways to get my move 2. I enter the fortified site. I lose a reputation because I'm sieging a fortified site. And then I basically need 10 points of damage and did not get knocked out. All right. So I'm going to play dodge and weave. First I'm going to power. I'll just play mana draw that I can use 2 die from the source. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to get reduce 1 enemy attack by 4 or 2 attacks of 2 enemies by 2. I'm going to reduce the attack of the 1 hero by 4, so that I'm going to reduce the physical attack of the 1 hero down to 0. I'm going to take a wound because of the ice attack. I'm going to assign the other attack of this hero to the guardian. The fire golems, they absorb it, they don't get a wound. And I'm going to take 2 wounds for the other attack. Oh, any wounds to your hand, that's fine. I can assign all this to my units, that's fine. So the ice attack I'll assign to the magic familiars. The other unit I will assign, ooh, interesting. So I don't get the +2 unless I actually don't take any wounds. And this should still be there because of the magic familiars. Maybe dodge and weave, doesn't matter. I can do this. So I reduce 1 attack to 0. I'm going to assign the 5 to the fire golems. The fire golems has physical resistance. Level 4, so the first 4 points of damage, it absorbs the next 1 point of damage. It only takes 1, gives it a wound. And then I'm going to assign a wound to both the magic familiars and the Northern Monks. I'm sure I'm screwing my score up, but again, we all know I don't care about score right now, so that's fine. So I took no wounds to my hand in the previous phase of combat. I get attack 2. I'm going to power swift reflexes for ranged attack 3, and then I'm going to power improvisation for attack 5. I can group them up. Neither are physically resistant, so that is attack 10. I would have attack 11 from that skill if I wanted it, but overall, definitely attack 10 is enough to defeat both of them. I lose 2 reputation because no one likes when you defeat a hero. I'm going to get 10 fame. I get the 81, 82 because it's a level up and we're playing the Blitz scenario, but ultimately conquered the White City in my first ever Solo Conquest Blitz. Who's excited? That's cool. That was really, it got a little, unfortunately, mathy. I hate when I really, oh, I did this awesome thing. And I was like, oh, wait, I forgot I played the 2 points of movement to actually go in, right? So that's fine. The best way to just figure that out. It made sense to wipe out the city garrison, guys, the best you can. You know, what I probably would have done is, or the other way I could have worked that out, which would have been smarter. I could have just reduced that. I could have just used 2 points of movement. Instead of spending 8 points of movement and getting no wounds, I could have just reduced it down to 2. I could have been 6 points of movement and taken 1 wound. Right? That would have probably been a much what I would have done. Just had 1 more wound in my hand. That would have given me 5 wounds instead of 6. And obviously, I was still more than able to. It would not have knocked me out because my hand limit was 6. So. You know, that would have been the smarter way to go about it. And then I rest, and then I have whatever. And then the only thing I need to deal with is again, just one of those heroes as opposed to both of them. But that's a cool challenge. I mean, you can see the time of play is down. You know, imagine, like, look, when you're on a 10-12, you know, I play on 10-12 occasionally, not a lot. I mean, I might get one of those on the channel soon. I mean, really, that's what you're doing with that first city. It just takes a little bit longer to get there because there's more things in the deck, and you know, you're not advancing up the fame track as fast. So, you know, there's a little bit more working against you, where it's not uncommon to maybe start the siege of that city in the second night but not finish it off to the first day. I mean, there's a bunch of things that could go a lot differently with a bigger tempo. I mean, here, I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for getting hung up by that lake, I mean, I was on a pretty rapid pace, you know, through this board. I mean, especially considering how many turns I spent with these various adventure sites. What is my last card here? Oh, Fireball. There you are. Not having any access to black mana made things a little bit more complicated in that final assault. But yeah, I mean, really just you had a really strong deck of cards and was able to go to that relatively easily. You know, again, it would have had a couple of options, even realizing the fact that I forgot to spend those 2 points of movement. So yeah, I'll throw another Blitz, a Solo Conquest Blitz in for sure. We'll maybe go up the ladder. Maybe we'll get up to do an 11, maybe get to a Megapolis. That's, you know, kind of my upper echelons of what I enjoy. Beyond that, I just feel like it's a little bit more luck dependent than I like. You feel like I'm just you just like, I don't know. It's a nice challenge to get 13, 14, 15, but I'll leave that to other people who who have gone the whole nother level with this game, and I respect the heck out of them for that. For me, again, my enjoyment level is going to be more, you know, 12 is about my peak. But and even again, I'm playing it for just super fun. It's like 7-10. Give me a 7-10 or 6-9, and like that's kind of what I enjoy. But I think for the Solo Conquest Blitz, I like this level. I think 10-11 would make a lot of sense. When I just have 2 hours as opposed to 3 hours and want to, you know, barrel through a game. But that is it. I really appreciate all the support I always get. The Mage Knight crowd always comes out strong for my videos, and it's cool to see. You're not sick of me yet, so as long as you're not sick of me, we will keep making these videos. I do want to get through Tesla, and I've said it for a while now. I'm serious about the Betrayal. It's a fan-based campaign. I'm curious to see what kind of that does me for the game. But plus, I never really explored like the Mind's Liberation scenarios and stuff like that. And from what I could tell from Betrayal, it really kind of gets you into some of those scenarios with like a narrative attached in a way that I think I would enjoy. So either way, if you want to know what's coming up, you can go on my Patreon page. I have a public posting every month, as I've said. You can see what the upcoming schedule is. Make sure there is nothing that you don't want to miss. And until next time, happy gaming.